So I know I have been wearing this shirt like in three videos in a row, but I want to tell y'all, I have other shirts. This is just my favorite. I've been washing it. I feel like Larry Tudgman from the Lizzie McGuire show. Any 90s babies or Y2K babies would know, but there was this guy on the Lizzie McGuire show and he'd wear the same shirt over and over again. And I guess he was gross for that. I guess he didn't clean himself or whatever. I don't know. Personally, I think that Larry Tudgman just liked that shirt, you know, and he kept it clean, but he was the loser in the Lizzie McGuire show. But anyway, welcome to my channel. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is X's and this is my channel, X's Does. And if you were to ask me what I do on this channel, it is somewhere in between what it do, commentary with the side of vlogging, and my best. And today I just want to get on here and maybe do like a little 5-minute rant about how modesty culture is getting a little out of hand, and not the like femininity aspect of modesty culture. I just mean the policing of people's bodies pertaining to modesty culture. That's kind of getting out of hand a little bit. And I kind of want to talk about it. I believe the last video that I came out with was talking about how pop girls deserve better. And in that video, I was discussing how one of the pop girls I consider like R&B pop is Chloe Bailey. And I also discussed how everyone was like super upset that she was just prancing around in a G-string, throwing ass in her music video. And people were like really mad about that. Let me finish my food. But prior to Chloe Bailey prancing around a G-string in her music videos, she was showing off a lot of body on her Instagram. And I guess people got really offended by that. They were upset. They wanted to like mother her and be like, put some clothes on. You don't need to be doing all of that. You should be a respectful young lady, not knowing that she's like in her early 20s. And I find it interesting because in the great wide world of TikTok, I guess there is a homecoming going on at Howard University. A couple people have taken to TikTok, I guess alumni, to discuss how black ladies, like young black ladies going to college, need to cover up more when going to homecoming because there are children and elders there, and the way they're dressing now is horribly inappropriate. But more or less, this creator was saying that a lot of these girls are not built, and I quote, this is exactly what she said, like Sabrina Carpenter. Really is her year. We got black folks talking about you non-stop on repeat and inviting you to cookouts. That's how you know it's your year. But more or less saying like young black ladies that are going to Howard University who are going to homecoming, you know, you're not built petite. You're not built like a little white girl. You're not built like Sabrina. You should not be wearing, what is it? Bubble skirts. You should not be wearing bubble skirts. And you most definitely should not be wearing, you know, lingerie, I guess, or whatever. And I was just like listening to her talk. She could not have been much older than me. Like at least maybe, at minimum, maybe like 32, maybe 32. Which sends me personally, because I don't know, like some of the auntie shit that people be on right now, I don't know. But I have a question. When are y'all gonna leave like black girls the fuck alone? When are you guys gonna just collectively leave them alone? In my opinion, I feel like one of the biggest generational curses, if we can talk about it, is the adultification of young black girls. How they are expected to kind of move and operate like women. They are not coddled in the same way that the sons are, unfortunately. When it comes to making mistakes, we are not coddled at a young age. We are not treated with softness at all. But also there is this expectation, because of how the world views us, that we need to police and protect our bodies to ensure that the world or people that look like us won't cause any harm. And by harm, I mean, you know, any form of abuse, getting into precarious situations. And I just feel like we're not getting anywhere productive when we sit up here and we preach to the generation ahead of us what they should and should not be doing, especially when it comes to wearing certain things on their body, especially when it comes to women. And I've noticed this trend on TikTok, at least, where this form of modesty policing of what we should and should not wear in public, they always want to insert like the children. What about the children? And in my opinion, I gotta be spicy, okay? And I've said this before, y'all don't give a fuck about the children, because if you actually give a fuck about the children, You wouldn't have spent 3-4 months on them for going to Sephora and being invested in their iPad, and y'all would have came up with a solution on how to make kids more engaged in, or preteens more engaged in preteen shit. Like, you guys just never cared about the kids. Stop putting the kids in your conversation. Stop putting the kids in your argument. You would rather have them seen, not heard. You hate those little crotch gremlins. Just stop, okay? Stop. But also, I think that you being so concerned over how the kids will react over a woman's body wearing whatever that woman wants to wear is very telling with where your priorities lie as to what a kid should be worried about. Because I believe that kids personally don't see things inherently sexual until an adult figure tells them that they are sexual, right? Like, I feel like what's in you is what's in you when it comes to orientation and who you're attracted to, and you figure out along the way. And I also feel like some things are taught. And I think at a young age, when you start teaching kids that, oh, that little girl's fast, this, that, and the other, they are forming ideas in their head about what is bad and what is good and what is appropriate and what is not, based off of what you're telling them. And particularly with like little black girls, when you tell them at a young age that they need to cover up, even though Sarah in the neighborhood, who's like a size small, wears the same shorts that your daughter would probably wear, she needs to cover up because she's not built like Sarah. Already you're teaching your child to fear her body. And we finger wag at the Howard homecoming girls for wearing what they want to wear, for like the poster girl dresses and whatever they want to wear. This is just my opinion. Maybe I'm on the bad side of history. I do not care. But we are actually doing more harm than good, constantly policing women on what they need to be wearing outside, and constantly policing people on what they should be wearing outside, as if it's like the primary concern of harm. You know, I don't like it. I think that a lot of us are like big fat hypocrites, because when we were in our early 20s, we were dressed in all types of thotties. Like, when we were like younger, we were thotting and bopping. Fashion Nova, Forever 21, Charlotte Russe, Rue 21. Those stores hated to see us coming, because that 2016 BBL baddie aesthetic with them tight ass skirts and those short little crop tops that set up to there. Like, what are we doing? By the way, I haven't gone to an HBCU, so maybe I'm over speaking, maybe I'm overstepping but it's a university first that is probably going to cater to the needs of these students. And I know that alumni can come, and I know that kids can come, and I think that's a great experience for alumni and kids to come. But if it's a college first and it's like a party situation, why are you surprised that a lot of these people are dressing like they're getting ready to go to a party? Like, it's not for you, ma'am, sir. And what bothers me is, because we're having conversations about where you should wear your poster dress, if you should wear your poster dress to Applebee's, or if you should just keep it in the club, or if you should be wearing bubble skirts at Howard, or you should wear that in the club, or, you know, what is appropriate for your body type versus what isn't appropriate for your body type. I feel like we're getting down a slippery slope, okay? Because at first, the way it started was poster girl dress at Applebee's, right? Girls are wearing poster girl dresses at Applebee's. That's inappropriate because that's borderline stripper wear, and you're wearing it at Applebee's in front of all these children and elders. Okay, sure, whatever. All right, so I can see how someone can get a person on board when finding that inappropriate, right? You wearing that poster girl dress to Applebee's, a birthday party, a baby shower might not be appropriate. You probably shouldn't do that. However, if I saw somebody who was wearing that type of dress, I really wouldn't think much of it, because that's like it's none of my business. If they're comfortable, I'm comfortable, but whatever. And so it was easy to get people on board with that, because it's so outlandish and so specific to a certain type of event that you would wear that dress, that people can get on board with, let's not wear the poster girl dress at Applebee's, right? Now it's going to Howard homecoming, which I believe is a party for Black college students first, and everybody else who has gone to Howard or who is interested in going to Howard second. You guys shouldn't be wearing bubble skirts, mini skirts, short cut shirts to this Howard event. Like, you should not be wearing that, okay? And now it's getting a little weird, because I feel like the next step to what women should and should not wear at these events what people should and should not wear at these events is gonna start going down to basic wear, right? Like leggings or a t-shirt, or now a baggy t-shirt is too sexual. Now the leggings that you wear are too sexual. Now the maxi dress that covers you up from head to toe is too sexual because of how you're built in the dress. And that's where it gets harmful, because we don't really have control over how our bodies are built in certain outfits. We are teaching young girls and we're teaching people to fear the bodies that they have been built in, when at times, sometimes it's just really out of their control. There are women out here who naturally have big butts. Not everyone has a BBL. Not everybody wants a BBL. They just naturally are stacked, naturally. Okay? Should we villainize those women for being born into the body that they have little to no control in? I don't think so. I also think that with the trend of being super skinny coming back in, there has been a lot of shaming, not just fat shaming, where people who are like clearly plus size, but of straight sized people who can't fit into these unrealistically sized outfits that are of like a size 2 or a size 0. I feel like we're in very dangerous territory. Black girls are taught to be adults and to grow up way earlier than they should be. And I think it's because at a young age, they're taught that their bodies should be feared. They're taught that whatever they wear is too fast. They're taught that if they, wear their hair straight, for crying out loud, it's too fast. If they wear nail polish, if they wear too much lip gloss, it's too fast. Everything we do is fast. And when does it get to a point where we can just exist and be people and not have to worry about our beauty being the reason why disgusting men and other people tend to sexualize us? Why? I don't know. It's just something on my mind, something I was thinking about. I think people should exist and you should let them do what they do. Again, if you see someone wearing a poster girl dress, I mean, if it's not on you, what's the problem? I am of a belief that there is a time and place for everything, so I probably would not be wearing a poster girl dress to Applebee's unless I'm pre-gaming, which is probably the only time I would. But hey, if you wear it and it look cute, then go ahead. Like, life is too short to be worried about what other people are doing. I am in full support of a modesty journey. If you want to go on that, go on that. I'm right there with you, right? But when it starts to become a ladies, you should do this, not that. Ladies, you need to look a certain way. Ladies, you need to cover your body up because you're built a different way. You're different. When it gets to the point where we're blatantly sexualizing people who aren't really asking to be sexualized or who don't really care, and taking away the protection that they have as people if something happens to them by villainizing their body and saying that that's the reason why they got into the situation that they got into. They got assaulted, they got hurt, they got taken advantage of. I think that does more harm than good. And I do think that it plays into one of the reasons why a lot of girls that look like me are adultified way younger than they should be. So yeah, I think I cooked on this one. That's all I got for today, folks. When you were in college, were you out here wearing little thotty shit? I was thotting and bopping shit. I still am, low key, like a little bit. I'm going to a Tinashe concert this Saturday and a Halloween party. A mini skirt, hate to see me coming. But yeah, that's all I got today, guys. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you are finishing this video and you are watching it. I feel like maybe I should change up the shirt I wear to add more variety, because it does make it look like I am like content farming 4 or 5 videos at a time. And technically I'm not, but I don't know. I'm just trying to be more consistent. But anyway, that's the take I have for today, y'all. As always, don't forget to drink water and I will see you next time. Okay, bye.